Hey guys, what's up? It's Cynthia here, and today I'm going to bring you my most anticipated releases for the rest of the year. So there are many books that I'm anticipating reading for the rest of the year, but I've decided to compile a short list and let you guys know which books I personally am looking forward to. So without further ado, let's get into that list. And just a side note, these are not in order of anticipation, these are just the dates in which they'll come out. So coming out on March 18th, we have Wildcard by Marie Lu, and I am highly looking forward to this book. I mean, obviously it's on this list, but this is the sequel to Warcross that came out last year, I think, around this time. I actually read the first book earlier this year and fell completely in love with it. It was the first Marie Lu book that I'd ever read, and I think that her world building is amazing, and the world of Warcross is unlike anything else that I've ever read. And I know that it kind of came out in a time when like video game stories were kind of popular, but I sort of think that it sets itself apart, and it's very intriguing, it's very fun and fresh, and it's really funny. Like obviously the cover of the original book is really colorful, but like when I think about that book, I think about color and nostalgia and just like a fun ride, I guess. I can't really go into much detail about what Wildcard is about because it's a sequel, but if you have not read Warcross yet, I truly think that you should give it a read. Coming up next is one I don't think should technically be on this list, but it is Vengeful by V. Schwab, and the reason I say it shouldn't be on this list is because I'm currently reading Vicious, so who's to say that I'm actually going to be anticipating it, but right now I'm anticipating it because it's Victoria Schwab, and so far what I've read of hers, she's done no wrong, so I feel like I'll look forward to anything that she puts out. So basically what the first book is about two college students who learn how to bring things back from the dead, and I think they even do it to themselves, and then they get superpowers from it. And like, I'm only 25 pages in, so I don't exactly understand what's going on, and I don't like to read like the blurb or anything about the books that I'm reading. I like to go in kind of with a clean slate, I guess. Victoria Schwab's writing style is unlike anyone else that I've ever read, and so far I'm really enjoying the characters, and I expect so much more from the sequel, and I in turn am anticipating it. Coming out on September 25th, we have An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green, and this is once again another book that I know literally nothing about. I know that this is the cover, and that's about it. I also know that he's the brother of John Green, and John Green used to be one of my favorite authors, so I feel like his brother might write in a similar vein to him, and as a result I think that I'll really enjoy it. So yeah, I'm simply anticipating it because I love the Vlogbrothers. Coming out on October 2nd is Someday by David Levithan, and this is the third book in the Everyday series, I think. I don't actually know what the name of it is called, but I did read the first two books the end of 2016. Yes, so it's been a while since I've read them, but I loved them. Like, I know it's kind of an unpopular opinion, a lot of people have issues with it, they think it's problematic, but I don't know, I think it's really good, and I get that it's not for everyone. In case you don't know what it's about, the first book follows a person who every day wakes up in a different body, but they have the memories of everyone that they've been previously, and it's just an unlikely friendship and relationship that comes from them seeing someone and developing feelings, but then the next day they wake up in someone else's body and they can't act on those feelings. That's not a very good way to describe it, but I do recommend you checking it out. Also coming out on October 2nd is Dry by Neal Shusterman and Jared Shusterman, and this is I don't want to say it's a post-apocalyptic book because I don't exactly know, but I know that there is a drought that is happening, and as a result, you know, people have to shower for a shorter amount of times and just really conserve the water that they do have because there's a shortage of it. And I don't know, it just feels like a very real story because it's something that like a lot of people face on a daily basis. And I think that Neal Shusterman's writing style is really beautiful, and when I was younger I read his Unwind series and the Skinjacker trilogy, and I feel like there's not a lot of people today that are writing in a way like he is, and so yeah, as a result I find him to be really unique, and I'm also really excited to hear his son's voice and how he writes. Coming out on October 9th, we have What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera, and I actually excitedly have an arc of this book, so I will hopefully be reading it before this release date. I've read all of Becky's books previously, but I've only read They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, so you know, I know about his writing style and I know of his writing style, but I haven't read all of his books, but I'm still very much looking forward to reading this. And as far as I know, this book follows two boys, and one of them recently broke up with his boyfriend, and the two main characters run into each other at the post office. It's sort of like a meet cute, and then they go their separate ways and they don't see each other, but then they see each other again sometime, and I assume that they fall in love. And yeah, if it's anything like Adam Silvera's other books, and as I hear his other books, it's gonna be having a sad twist to it. So yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for my heart to be ripped out yet. But then I feel like it's balanced out with Becky's like cute writing style, and yes, I can already tell I'm probably going to love this book a lot. Coming out on October 16th, we have A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahara Mafi, and this book follows a young Muslim teen following the events of 9/11, and she lives in New York, and it's kind of living with the repercussions of that event, and it seems like it's going to be a heartbreaking and hard read, but a very relevant and important read as well, because this is something that a lot of people are going through, and I feel like a lot of people will be able to relate to it, and a lot of people will be able to learn from it. And as I can't relate to it, I am very excited to learn from it. And I know I keep saying this about a lot of people, but Tahara's writing style is amazing and just like butter, and you can just eat it and eat it and eat it. But you can also just take so much away from it, so I'm excited for that. And lastly here we have Snow and Love by Melissa De La Cruz, Nick Stone, Casey West, and Amy Friedman. And I have only read from Casey West in the past, and I absolutely adore Casey West. I think her books are so cute, so yes, I'm excited for her story. I don't exactly know what this one is about, surprise, surprise, but I assume it involves snow and people falling in love, and that sounds like my cup of tea. So yes, I know that there are a number of books coming out the rest of this year, so let me know if any of these are on your list, and also let me know your list down below. I want to thank you so much for checking out this video, and I will see you all next time.